All right, back for another roguelike. I just started a new job, so this is my day off. I worked 2 days and got 2 days off. But it's not bad. It's at a casino, through a temp agency. But hopefully I can not get fired for having dogs in my truck in the parking lot, which so often happens. I need to empty this recycle bin. I don't know. There's something about having trash in there that bugs me. I always do that. There's been a few times I regretted that though, or there was something in there that I didn't mean to delete. Okay, let's do this. There is that. Now, last time, let's see, I left off because Sparky had threw up. I think it was. And I had to go quick. But I can't remember what I was doing at that point. I remember I was wanting to do something. I thought it would take a few minutes, but I can't remember what that action was. So, all right. Let's get to our directory. What is it? Work. Let's see. Caverns. Yay. Did I leave anything unchecked in? Status? No. Yay. All right, I can't remember. Let's see if it'll build. I don't even know if I'm in a good build state. Yeah, okay. So apparently it wasn't anything major. Whoa. Where are you? What is it under? Usually it's just muscle memory when I go to these things. Oh, work, duh. I just typed it into the terminal. And here I am forgetting everything. That's what happens when you get older. You're not as sharp. I mean, you still have that knowledge. You're wise. It's just that you can't get it out as fast as you used to. All right. Let's do a check on this. Yeah, we are revealing it. We have trap. There's a trap. There's a staircase going down. Yeah, you know what else we need to do? Well, let me put it in the to-do. Let me quit that. Where is it? I want to be able to edit maps directly and just use your own maps. If you didn't want it to just generate them. Here, let's throw that into. Let's see. Uh, maybe edit levels. Let's see. User editing. Or just custom user levels. That's probably better. Or let's just say map editing, map editor. That'd be good. That's even better. All right, we got that. We got traps. All right, let me look at that code. I cannot remember what the heck I was doing here. Oh, I remember now because we were doing that big thing where trap in the fog of war on the overlay right here. So let's run that. So right now, it's going to show the trap because it's not hidden. The code for hiding it during fog of war is not hidden. Let me show the map. So there's no trap though. Oh man, good grief. All right, we got to do it over. So let's do that. Reveal map. Okay, there's a trap there. So let's go over there. Okay, now hide the map. Whoops. So if we go over here, see how you can see it? You shouldn't be able to see it because traps, are invisible. So of course nothing happens, but that's where we were. So, okay. And let's go to Fog of War. Now, my spidey senses are tingling on this. My clean code senses are tingling because your classes shouldn't have knowledge of other classes. So we're going to think about this, put something in there, refactor it. Remember, don't be afraid to just put something in there that's ugly. And then, later on you think of something better, just refactor it then. You don't have to spend 6 hours refactoring or trying to brainstorm. um, okay, so Fog of War, initialize Fog of War. This is where we overwrite the screen. Remember, we have two buffers. We have the screen buffer, which is the main one. That is the source of truth, the main map. And then the Fog of War just makes everything invisible, and you only see a certain radius around the player. The problem is, how do we detect when we've walked over a trap? Okay, at first we have to hide the trap. So let's see this. See what we're doing. We're drawing the border here, blah, blah, blah. We're looking at each cell here through here. And if we're within the bounds, blah, blah, we do that, the border. Here is where it's at. The FOW cover. Okay, so this should be covering it. It actually did cover it. The problem is when we do the radius. Here it is. Okay, this is where we need to detect that it's a trap and hide it or not show it or whatever. Let me see what I'm doing here. Oh, okay. This is just drawing whatever's there. Fog of war screen, blah, 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 equals whatever's is on the source of truth. So fog of war screen. Okay, this is what's going to be shown over here. This is the source of truth here, and we're going to equal that. See? So it's going to be whatever it is. The problem is if it's a T, a big O T, then we're not supposed to show it. But, here's the big but, I don't want to check for it on every one of these, every ring. So we have ring 1, this is 0 around the player, 2. Right now we only got 2 rings. But if we want to, have 3, 4, 5 rings around the player, just making the visibility larger, then we would have to check on every one of these ifs. And I do not want to do that. Not even as a, it's not even a quick solution. I mean, editing each one of these. So that's just, oh, I don't know. I don't want to say dumb, but it's naive. Naive meaning, you don't have experience. It's not bad. Doesn't mean you're bad. Just mean you don't have enough experience to know that it is a bad solution. Even for some duct taping. We do not want to do that. What is there, like 8 of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that'd be 16 of these things. Yeah. Okay, so what do we do? So here's another lesson if you're a new programmer. If you got your own experience, just take it with a grain of salt. You may know something better. Um, my spidey senses were tingling when I used the T. Because remember, the original one, I wanted to use a space and then just set some kind of bit or something to uh, to be different. But you still had to do checks on every one of these. So, what do we do? I don't think you can get away from the checks, so that's what sucks. You could do a trap overlay, but um, mhm. Either way, you got to check every one of them. That's what I'm thinking. Um, there's got to be a better way. I just don't know what though. Um, let me see here. There might be a way here. Oh shoot. So we have player Y and player X. That's where the player actually is. Um, okay, here's what we can do. We're just gonna we're gonna keep a we're gonna keep an array of trap locations, and then when we enter here on the radius, we're just gonna run through that array and turn them into and just draw them as spaces. Just automatic. It's automatically going to be a space. And we're going to do that at the very end. So no matter how many rings we have, might have to do it after each ring, but I'm not sure. We would need to do that. I got to test and see how fast everything comes up. Let's see. Not high traps, but whoops. Smiling face. I'm trying to use the end on the number pad, but I got my num lock on. Let me see. Delete that. All right, there we go. I don't think I need my nums lock on. All right, show traps as spaces. So where's this gonna live at? So it should be in world, which is, I need to rename this as a level. It's gonna be in there. That's where monsters are too. Hmm. Hmm. All right. Okay, so right here, whoops, what the heck did I do? Something wonky is going on. Wonky, wonky. All right, go back there, go there, go here, tab, save. I'm one of those people that saves a lot. Just Control S, Control S. Quite a bit. And also this here, I'm used to this brace style so much from C# that even I use it in JavaScript. Well, do I use it in JavaScript? Now I'm thinking I might not. Oh, oh. Okay, so I do that. I need, it's going to be in world. So let's go ahead and put it in world.age up here. We'll do it here. Right after monsters. So these are going to be traps. So that's going to be an integer. Let's see, trap. What do we want to call this? Trap locations. How many traps can we have? Ooh, who knows? Um, well, they're for each level. But um, at some point when we start generating our levels differently, because we don't want to keep state in between levels. We want to be able to regenerate and have it exactly like it was. Um, For now, let's just do 10 traps. And we'll go, it'll probably be different later. But let's just start with that. So trap locations, let's go ahead and do that. And then in our constructor, we're just going to clear that out. Make sure it's good. It's already 0. Oh man, I'm thinking we should do that here in the world. That's what I think. We should do it not in the constructor, but initialize world. Where's that at? Draw world. Oh, right here. So we should probably do it in here. Same with monsters too. locations equals. How would we do that? Can we do that? Or does it have to be where it's, whatchamacallit, declared? But, well, yeah, I was going to say nobody else needs to know this, but it's going to have to be used. Inside game. Yeah, this shouldn't even be, well, it should be there because it's the level. Let's see this right here. Uncle Bob says do not leave these two to-do comments in there. You gotta, don't check them in. I don't necessarily follow that, but it's probably a good idea. Let's see. See, like instead of doing a to-do, rename to level. Okay, that I don't really want to yet because I got to rename a few things, but it's coming. So trap locations, let's go ahead and keep it there. Question is, can I do that right there on trap locations? And then just do the initialization here. Because once we have new levels, this is going to be called again for each new level. So if I don't do this, now I don't know if you can do this after it's been declared or if you have to do it that one time. Kind of like when you define a constant, you have to give it a value, or whenever you declare one. I don't know if it's like that or not. So let's check it out. Do that. Do that. Let's do it with monsters too. Let's see, monsters. Make sure that happens fast. There we go. Initialize world. Should be the first thing we do. Yeah. Okay. So let's see if that builds. We'll go from there. No. Not assignable. Yeah. Okay. So you got to do it when you declare it. Oh, you know what? I think that's private, isn't it? Well, it would still be accessible, even if it was. No, that's public. Or no, it isn't. That's private. And we're inside one, so. don't need a this pointer, do I? I don't know. We got one less error. Okay. Apparently not. That's fine. Just put it back where it was. There. Okay. That's fine. And then whenever we generate a new level, we'll go ahead and delete those or erase them out. So, not a big deal. So we should be able to compile now, though. Okay, what am I doing there? Yay. All right, we'll do that. So now we got trap locations. So where did we do that at? Place traps in caverns. So right here, we're going to set the trap, and then we're going to record its XY. But we actually need a pair, so we'll change that to a pair. Now, where do I need a header file for that in C++? Well, let me see. Let me ask Copilot. Okay. Let's see. I'm pretty sure there's a pair structure already in C++. Okay, anytime. Good grief. Let's just go to the browser. Standard pair. It's still thinking, so yeah. No, thank you. Okay, so standard pair. So I need what? Standard lib. Is that the one? Oh, I'm not even using it anywhere. Yeah, standard lib here. But I need it here. So Let's add that. And then we can do it. Yay. Alright, where you at? Oh, we're in the wrong one, ain't we? Well, shoot. Well, we'll have to be over there anyway. We'll have to use the standard pair anyway. So let's go back over to here. CDIO. Why am I using .h? Well, I am in C. Wait a minute. Am I compiling this with C++ or CPP? All right, never mind. Then that shouldn't be there. I should be doing that. Oh, yeah, we don't need the .h. At one time I was doing C, but I certainly don't want that if we're using C++. Now, I don't know if C++ has con.io though. I guess we'll find out. Or maybe it doesn't matter. I don't know. Let's take a gander. Guess not. No such file directories. Oh, it's because it's not named that in C++. What is this C++ versions of those? Or you know what? I bet you I needed standard lib.h for something specific. Probably when I was testing. I needed to stop the, for debugging and all that. But I thought I got rid of that. Let me see. Yeah, it's for the get ch. That was in con.io though. Windows H. Alright, where's my browser? Let's open up another one. Two. C++, headers versus touch those native to C++ and those inherited. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. C style headers in C++ starts with C, no H. Oh, I see. Okay. So let's try that. Come on. C string. I wonder if that's a thing, C con.io. Or maybe some of them didn't even get converted over. That's possible too. But I don't remember doing the C in front of all this. You know, when I was doing all those little hello worlds and stuff. Let's check that out. So there is no C-con.io, so I guess we do have to use that one. And I think that's going to need a .h. Pretty sure. Let me see. Yeah. So that has to have the .h. So some of these apparently never got converted or whatever. All right, see if she still runs. We have our trap. Yay. Ooh, there's a monster. Cast my spell. Blam. All right. I'm hungry. I need food. You ate. All right. Can't wait till we can blast through walls. Blam, blam, blam. All right. So apparently everything's working again. All right, back to what we were doing. Okay, so we have our trap, whatchamacallit, our traps in the world, or the level. Do I have that written down as a to-do? Um, config file. Okay. Well, heck, I done forgot what I was going to add in there now. The heck was it? Ugh. Getting old. Got too much information coming in. My queue apparently is limited in size. Oh, it'll come to me. Okay. Yeah, I didn't even use that. Well, I think I did. Okay. Um, Traps and caverns. So, okay, right here. So, don't we have like a, what is it, the game pointer? Oh, we don't need that, do we? We don't need game instance. No. I wonder if we should use one and then just erase it on each level. Or put it in game. Oh well. Let's just do that. Okay, so we have what, trap location? Am I supposed to put let's see, trap locations. Well, shoot. You know what? I'm using a regular array and I don't know what location is available. I'm gonna have to change that. Hmm. Let's do this. There. Okay. So these are gonna, it's a class, so it's private by default. This looks weird that that's up there when this is here. Okay, where am I using monster count at? Hmm. Oh, there it is right there. Okay. All right, so what we'll do here is get an extra application. Let's see. Okay, for now it's hard coded to 10. Okay, applications I 0. Turn I. All right, else. And you don't have to put an else here. You can argue whether or not it's a good idea. Most people will just do a return here. Let's say -1. Uh, Really, we should be using a vector so we can grow this. And that way it would be unlimited traps. And then you don't have to check for -1. You would just add it right here. Just add the new trap in there. Or I'm sorry, whenever you generate them, you would. You just add to the vector. Ugh. Let's go ahead and do that. That way we don't have to come back and do it. So let's go here. Let's make this a vector. So this will be what? STD vector. Well, good grief. And this will be integer there. Oh, it must have been a template. Applications. Okay, integer vector applications 10. Not sure we need this. We certainly. I don't even know if you can do that, huh? Because it's not an array now. Well, it's not a regular array. So I don't think that we need this. So what's the starting? How many elements does a vector start with? That's one of those basic questions coding Jesus would ask you, and you're like, uh, well, And he automatically knows you're not cracked. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely not C++ cracked. And I can barely spell quant, so I am not a quant developer. Okay, let's go to our browser because we love the browser. Let's do this. Let's see. Default vector size, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blobbity, blobbity. Allocated memory. Okay, yeah, let's take a lot of time to say nothing here. That's what they're doing. All right, size. See, now we got to see what's the difference between size and capacity. When you default constructor a vector using blah blah, its size is 0. Oh, that's wonderful. So you start off and it has to do a resize. It contains no elements, blah blah, will return 0 to the amount of space allocated for future elements. So this, we definitely want to set capacity. Okay, so these are separate. Never mind. This is what we want here. For a defaulted constructor vector, the initial capacity is typically 0. That's bad. Because you're not going to make it unless you're going to put stuff in it. So you might as well set it to something that you know. Kind of like a string builder. If you're a C# developer, a string builder used to be 16. Characters, strings. Because that's usually what you're using it for. Because you want to manipulate, the actual letters. But most modern implementations, blah blah, do not allocate any heap memory until the first element is out of reserve. All right, well, uh, we're not gonna worry about it right now. Internal structure on the stack. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Start and end. So double-ended linked list. Okay, that's fine. So we don't care then. Let's just keep going. Where am I at? Okay, so yeah, we don't care. So I guess I don't have to do that because there's nothing in it anyway. Oh man. All right. Let that. Okay, here, blah blah. This is not right. We don't need this anymore because we should get the size of it, I think. And I don't know if it's going to be 0 based or 1 based, which actually we don't even need it now. We only needed this because we use an array. So we don't need that. Because we're going to be pushing and popping anyway. So let's get rid of that. So we should do a what? What is it now? What's the name of those? Push back. I guess we use push back, right? Calculations dot. What is it? Push back. Oh man. And then what is it? Pair. I don't know how you even do this. X, Y. Oh shoot, we should have made it pair, not integer. So I don't like to put all that in here though. You know what? We don't need it in the H file. Let's put this in our CPP file. do this. There. Put it in here. Game world. Now this, we have to make sure that we can get to it somewhere here. So let's do right here. Oh. Locations, and then we're going to need a way to get to that. I don't want it in here. Because I didn't want to have to add another include in here. I wanted to keep my includes here. And if I use pair, I'm going to need the standard library. But, I mean, yeah, see, and then you get into, like, if game needs it, it's already got a C standard lib. It's up in here for Windows. So, let's just make it work. So we've got that. Now we need to be able to reference that. Since it's in here, we're not going to know anything about it. Elsewhere. Let's see. How are we going to do that? We'll have to make it static, actually. Let's just make it static. Can't make it static. Well, yeah, we could. It's going to be used on every level. So let's go ahead and make this. Never mind. Let's make it static. Inside here. Well, no. We'd make it static if it needed to be used by other classes everywhere. Let's just put it back in here. You know what? Man, I don't want to put the include in here, though. Oh, my phone dinged. Who's trying to get a hold of me? Um, okay, that was totally not worth answering. How do I want to do this? I don't want to put an include in here. I want to keep it more clean. So if I don't, I could just put it in here, right? Can I? Or would it have to be static inside the CPP? Hmm. If I do that. Pair. Now, do I have to do integer? Class? I don't remember. Let's see. two objects. Ooh, it could be two different types. Ooh, that's like a tuple. This is good. Unpacking it, that's really good. This is big. It's really good. All right. Oh, string pairs utility. Oh, never mind. Where's my code at? So I need utility, which I do not think is a good name for this. Locations there. Strings. I just need two integers. Or, yeah, my pair. All right, where you at? See, I didn't know you could have two different types. So I was just going to put integer because I thought it had to be the same type. So, so it's a vector of standard pairs. Or no, is that still standard? Yeah. How are they using that? Blah, 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 make pair. Oh, you can use a make pair. Make pair. Huh. Okay. And then just do first and second. Cool. Okie doke. There's that C++17 thingy. Destructuring or whatever that's called. Okay, so we use a make pair. Um, do that. Replications. Hmm. I'm wondering. I want this available to other functions, but I don't want to put it in the header file. That's what I'm trying to figure out. See, I wanted something like that. Because nobody else needs access to it. But I don't think that's right. Well, if I make it private, they still don't have access to it. So let's do that. We'll do that. I'll just have to put well, let me see what happens on this first. Yeah, okay. 8. Yeah. Okay, so we can't do that. Take that out. Still not sure how I feel about separating headers and code. Don't know yet, but alright, so I guess I do have to do this. Okay. I'm still working with it in here. Alright, so we do that, and where's it at? Traps in cavern, trap location dot push back. Now we need a make pair, which is right here. What is it? STD. Is it like that? Make pair. Comma Y. Let me see. STD make pair. Yeah. And then we just do second and first. All right. Name. Okay. Okay. So we got all that. Now inside fog of war, we're gonna need that too. I wish you could just include files one time. You know, like at the very beginning, maybe the first file, and then it's good for, you know, every other file it reads. Okay, so where was it? So at the end of all this, we're just gonna take our XY and do that. So, what is it? Size or capacity? Size is probably it. So here in Fog of War, we need access to, do we have a, yeah, we have a world there. So we need a function, public API, if you would. Set world game instance here. I guess we don't need that. Let's see. It's got a world ref. We could get trap locations. Probably should. So let's make a public function. And that will be what? A vector of pair right there. then, once again, we gotta start adding all this stuff into here, which I do not like. CSTD lib. I think that was it. Was that it for vector? I'm thinking vector wasn't in the standard library. Isn't it in just regular vector? That's what I'm thinking. Let me see. Is that where it's at? Here we go. STD vector. Yeah, it's in vector. So I don't even need the standard lib. I don't need that there. And then over here, so that's a world. What game age? Do I need it there? No. Here. Can't tell which libraries I'm actually using now. Let's see. I can't remember if I even need it now. Dang it. Utility was the pair. Okay. So right here, we need to grab that vector. Get applications. Oh, wait a minute. Wasn't in this. Fog of War. Okay. What if I even need this for the vector? Doesn't it have an iterator already in there? Oh well. Less than world instance. Did I even make it? I don't think I even made it. Get applications. Where's all my gets at? Gets, where are you? I need the gets. Well, I guess I don't have gets. Yeah, I got a get tile at. Let's put it up there then. Tile at, we'll do it right here. Okay, and this is going to return the vector. Great, that thing. This is very long-winded. Oh, come on. I hate when that auto thing is hooked into something like space or tab. It's just too common there. is doing all this and it's wrong. Here. That. Trap locations. Oh. There. Now this should probably be something like constant or something like that, but I don't really know enough about C++ yet to do that, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. Okay, so I've got that. If I got that, now what? Get trap locations, so this should be trap locations, and then I can index into that. Well, actually, that should be what, like dot size, I think. Let's see. And then we'll do it here. Okay. I don't need the traps. I just need the size. So let's just do that. I don't need to pass this whole thing. Let's just do that. And then we can just reduce this down to an integer. You always want to make a smallest footprint as you can. I can't remember if it's lowercase or uppercase. Go there. There, fog of war here. And then so we'll say fog of war screen. Well, no, we still got to have number of traps, don't we? Good grief. What am I thinking? Hold on, we got to reverse everything now. Dang it. Vector, come on. Dang it. All that work we just did. Okay. Trap locations. Oh, alright, let's revert it. So in this case, since we do need it, Might as well get the size off of it. Okay, the serial number traps. Let's see. What is it? World instance dot. Where's it? Oh no, it's game. Game dot floor. Right there. Yeah, I need to use these iterators. I don't really know yet how to do it. Okay, number of elements, size. So it's just size. Yeah, size function. Okay, so that should be right. Hmm. That shows them as spaces. So you shouldn't see it now. uh, let's see if we can even build. Initializing, hover, introduce, blah, blah, blah. Okay, what was that? 140. What did I do? Triplicate. locations. Did I not? Where's it at? Oh, oops. Factor pair that. First is not a member. Let's look it up. Okay, so apparently I am doing something wrong. STD make pair. Where's that at? So I guess I gotta make a pair first or something. Let's see. That should make the pair and put it in there. Oh, duh. I gotta do this here. Oh, it's not in trap locations. It's trap locations. I wonder if I could just index there. Trap location size. As long as we're under that, we should be good on that. Okay. Okay. So we do that. Let's go to, let's run this. See if we can get one with the, oh, look at that. Something's wrong now, huh? Oopsie. Oh, wait. I wonder if that's a trap. Nah, it's got to be some something weird with a fog of war thing. Let me see. Cause see, this is right. This is correct here. There's a trap down here. So then when we go to fog of war, the dot got put up there, so something's definitely wrong there. Go there, there. Okay, there's that. Okay, it did not work. So I got a feeling that the coordinates probably off or something. So I don't know why that's there. So And plus it didn't hide it. Let's see. Get tile at. So get tile at should be referencing the screen. Oh. Oh, you know what it's doing. Well, no, it shouldn't. Oh, wait a minute. That's why. I didn't offset it. Because it should be Y times screen width. I didn't offset it. That's why the dot was up there. That was the actual trap. It was shown as a dot, but it was in the wrong place. So it should be trap dot first or trap dot second, which is the Y, times screen width plus. I forgot this is a one-dimensional array. See, it's spread out. We're not accessing it as 2 dimensions. Plus this here, applications first, which is the X, minus 2. What was the minus 2? Oh, probably the end of the screen or something. So times screen width plus minus 2. I wish I'd commented that. All right, let's try it. Oh, that's because you're at the radius. This is the offset for the radius, the ring of fog of war that you're in. These are 1s. Well, no, this is 2 here. With this 2. Okay, so it's probably the border. Py minus 1. Minus 1. Oh. I just can't remember what those offsets are. Oh my goodness. And I need to know because of that. I cannot for the life of me think of why or what these offsets are. Okay, fog of war screen PY, so that's vertical -1. Oh, from the player. That's the player position. I see. So we don't need any of that. We need the trap location. It has nothing to do with the player location. It should be just straight up XY. First there, I believe. Let's try it. Screen width, undeclared identifier. Okay. 144. Where are you? Oh, that's right. I never did it. They were inside the. Well, let me see. Where are you? Oh, wrong spelling. Here we go. Yay. Alright, let's build this sucker. Starting to get longer in the compiling. Alright, let's go here. Hit enter. Okay, so at least we don't have a dot there anymore. Do we have a trap anywhere? Well, that's a long thing. A long thing with no traps that I can see. Let's try it again. See if we get traps. Oh, I got a trap right there. Okay, let's run over there. Let's do this first. You attacked the monster. Kind of funny that I can't. I need to kill the monster. I can't get past the monster. Are you kidding me? Okay, so we just discovered uh, a feature which is not good for our situation right now. So, good grief. Really? Is that the only way? No. Good. Let's go this way. But yeah, we definitely got to get the combat system in. I think I'll make something like a death spell so I can just cast it and get rid of these monsters. Okay. Oh, yeah, see? It's a space. See, it's right next to the F, the food. So it is shown as a space. That's good because it's right there. So if we go back to our, oh, no, it's not. It's right there. But anyway, we're right next to it. So if we hide that, it's gone. Okay, so that code works. And I mean, you can definitely go through it and everything. Look at that. Oh, maybe not. Oh, did you see that? Look at that. See, because fog of war is the last thing that happens, so it overdraws you. Look at that bug. Had this been released, people would notice that and say, hey, we can detect our traps just by walking over them because you disappear. But that's because we don't have an action hooked up to that yet. So we're going to do that next time. Okay, thanks for coming along with this one. Um, Next time, I think we're going to hook up an action to that and actually deduct hit points and all that stuff and damage. And so, yeah. All right, guys, if you like this, give me a thumbs up. Share, subscribe if you're not. And you can join me in the journey of making one of my bucket list items, a roguelike game. So, have a great day, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.